Hi everyone, welcome. It is January 2nd of 2025 and I am here to do my, I guess, beginning of the year whip parade. If you watched my last floss tube, you will know I am not doing every whip that I have. I believe it's over 100 whips now, and I pulled it out. I believe I started, let's see here. I had around 40-ish starts, with 30 of them being my 30 for 30. So starting in December of last year, I did a 30 for 30. So in December of 23, I turned 30. So leading up into this last December, I started 30 different projects, and I think I'll be showing most of them, if not all of them. So I'm going to be doing my finishes for last year, all my starts that I did last year, as well as the few whips that I worked on in December. So I hope you all had a great holiday season and a happy new year. And let's get started because this is going to be a long one. So I will, I think I have pictures of most everything between either like the paper patterns or on my tablet. If I don't, I will post them, put the pictures in somewhere. Some of my whips only got a day, some of them got a little more. So it'll just kind of, depend. And then if you didn't watch my last one, this year I am going to be focusing on 25 whips. And as I finish them, I will be doing a spin for new whips out of stash or the potential for new starts. Unfortunately, in December, I did not have any finishes. I didn't do a ton of stitching actually in December. My husband got me Stardew Valley for my birthday, so I spent a couple of weeks just playing that. So, all right. So the first, I think I have these in order of what I finished first, so we're gonna go with it. So the first thing I finished was this Girl with Cat. This is by Teresa Wentzler and is from some vintage magazine I had. And it is on Incredible by Fortnite. So that was one of my first finishes of the year. And then I had, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And then I had this owl. This was a freebie by Mama Witch X Stitch. And I really need to finish this, and I'm just finishing it into a bookmark. All right, and then I had The Cat Came Back, which is by the Tiny Modernist. I did make some changes. I made the paws white and I think there was like white, yeah. There's white on the tip of the tail. I meant to take that out and I didn't, and now, oh well. So I thought I'd made some changes, but maybe I didn't. Other than like some of the flowers it might be missing a flower or two. Something funky went on with the cat, but whatever. I still love it. The next one I finished was a Heaven and Earth Designs, and that was my mini Captain Claw. He is currently hanging up downstairs and I don't feel like taking him down. So I will put a picture of the finished product up here. He was my first Hade finish, and the artwork is by Jeff Haney, and it was the mini version. And I was very excited to finish that. And then after that, I finished a Christmas ornament. And where did that go? This Christmas ornament was actually one of my 30 for 30 pulls. I had to choose a pattern from a magazine. I forget who the designer is, so I will try to find it and, you know, put it down below. And it even has a few little beads. So this was a start and a finish. This was another start and finish. I don't think I finished it within the same month, but I finished it pretty quickly. This is Home Sweet Home. I want to say it's by Doreen Jones. I could be wrong though. This was a freebie from, I think, Cross Stitcher. It's either Cross Stitcher or, what's the other one? I don't remember. The other cross-stitching magazine. Okay, and then I had Femurs and Fungi, which is by, oh darn it, who's the designer? I'm doing another one of theirs. Fine Frog. So this was a stitch along, and I did finish it. And this is on Witch's Garden Craft Eclipse 18 count. So this was a stitch along I actually kept up on, which is kind of cool. And then I finished, this was also a start and finish for my 30 for 30, and it is Crystal Ball. This is on a 14 count printed Aida that I got off Amazon. And this is by the Witchy Stitcher. Again, I forget who the designer is. I'll try to put it down below. This is Lazy Witch. And this is from a cross stitch magazine. It's from, do I have it here? I do. It's from this one here, which is the 2021. I believe I started that in 2021, so, you know. And the designer is Wild Violet, a Wild Violet cross stitch. Alright. And then I had Ba Meow. I do not know who the designer is. And this is from X Stitch magazine, which I get on Redley. And then I had Bats and Flowers. I think it's like Bats and Flowers mandala. I believe it's also in this magazine. Yeah, so I can get the designer quick. The designer is Pinoca. So there's that one. Then I had, I missed one. So I also had I Am Chaos, which is also by Fine Frog Stitching. And I actually finished this back in June, because I finished this at StitchCon. And then I had the 2024 Hade Stitch Along, which is the Astrology Cat by Sierra Marchetti. Sorry for the glare. So, yep, I finished this, and I finished this in time. Yeah, I finished this back in, I think I finished it in November. So, nice to have two Hade finishes. It is a smaller Hade, but, you know, still counts. I forget the size of it. What was it, like 60,000 stitches? And then I had Floral Portrait, which is by Dimensions. It is just one of the regular dimensions. So, and I need to get her hung up. All right. So, those were my finishes for 2024. Not as many as I had hoped, but it is what it is. So, now we are going to start in on my the whip braid. I think I am going to start with the projects that I worked on this month in December. Like I said, I did not stitch a ton in December, so there's not going to be a ton to show. And then a lot of them also will just kind of go into the whip braid. So buckle in. Hopefully this won't take too long. Hopefully it'll be one of my shorter whip braids. So first off, I have my what is this? Forest, I think it's Forest Friends. It is a sal by Needle Lot Designs. And this is the mock-up. And I am doing this on 18 count Gorgeous Grape by Bestitch Me. And I did not get to work on this a ton. It got a little love this month. Definitely need a lot more. This is one that will be staying out for the year and hopefully finished. I don't know how many stitches I put into that. It has 2 parts. I don't know if there's 2 or 3 parts released. Okay. And then I worked on, let's see if I can find him here. Miles of Isles, which is by Susan Bates. And I think I put like 199 stitches or something like that into this one. This is also one that is staying out for the year, or for either the year or until I finish. So I'm very happy. I got some of these. This is some of the houses. I put in some of that. And then I did more like fill in and stuff up here. So yeah, very happy to get some progress on that. And hopefully it'll come out again in January, even for just a little bit. So for this one, I don't know if I'm going to push to finish it. I have other ones I think I'd rather finish. This is an older whip, but if I can pull it out, you know, even just a couple of times a month or throughout the year, that'd be great. Next, I worked on, oops. I call them like my vintage ladies. That might even just be the name. They're by Siobhan at April Rose. And they're from one of the cross stitch magazines. I have the pattern on Redley. I was trying to finish this in December, and then I got Stardew, so it didn't happen. But I made really good progress. If you guys watched my last video, I don't know if you're ready to see how much I got done. Look at that. So I think the last time you guys saw her, I still had a little bit of this dress, and I had done just a tiny bit of that dress. So I still have some back stitching in the skirt, but I do have the back stitching for her face done. and obviously like her dress is all stitched in down to her shoes. I'm working on, this is just a rug down here, so I'm going to try and finish filling that in, and then I'm doing like some back stitching while I do that. And she's got a little teacup here I got to go in and do. So I made really good progress on this in December, and I am very happy. So she's going to probably get a ton of work in January. Again, I would like to get rid of my Readly subscription, so I am trying to finish this as fast as I can. So hopefully it'll get a lot of work done this month. And then I worked on, save that one. I'll have just like a big pile of whips over here, and I'm trying to find, oh, here they are, the very bottom. All right, so then I worked on my Deadly Aquarium. It did not get as much work, but I did get some work. It is now at 80.12%. I think it was at 70 something percent last time you saw it. This is the mock-up. Artwork is by Lola Crow. I'll pull this, take it out of the hoop here. Again, this is one that's going to be pushing. There is a stitch along coming up that I would like to participate in. And I need a stitch along done in order to participate. So hopefully I can get this one done in time, as this will probably be the one I go for. So I'm pretty sure I just worked down in here. I even have back stitching done down there. And now I'm starting to work back up in here. So that's where I'm at. Very happy with how it's coming along. And this is on, I think it's Jellyfish Fields by Bestitch Me. Yep. So I'm hoping by end of January we'll have a finish or two. I think it would be really fun if I could get 25 finishes in 25, but we will see. I'm not gonna push myself too hard. And this is still, unfortunately, a whip. I am almost done with it, though. You haven't seen this one in a while, but this is my 2024 bookshelf. All the books are now on there. I read 75 books in 2024, and so this is the stitchy representation of that. What I've done so far, and I mostly just worked on this yesterday, is I backstitched this, and I put in these books, backstitched some of these. I also put in the shelf. So I need to finish backstitching here, and then I need to decide what I want to put here so I don't just have an empty space. I am thinking about putting a cat. I think that might be the easiest. I do have a cat charted out for next year's bookshelf, or for this year's bookshelf. So hopefully I will get the cat started on, or what I'm thinking is probably gonna be a cat. Maybe I'll put a plant. Like I said, haven't totally decided yet. Hopefully by February though, this will be done. And I think with my next floss tube, just because this one's gonna be kind of long, I would like to do what my, I don't know, maybe top 5 reads of 2024 was. So yeah, hopefully come February, this will be completely done. I was relatively on track. I don't know what I want to put there yet. This chart is completely charted by me, and so everything is just kind of based on, either books I've read or whatever. So this one here, I read Fourth Wing at the beginning of the year, so this is a little little mini dragon for Andarna. This is a snake from the book Twisted by Emily McIntyre, I believe it is. And then I just drafted a little plant, and then I put coffee because I read not Bookshops and Bonus. What is it? I can't remember the name. But it was a cute little book about a ogre who ran a coffee shop, and it was just adorable, so I put a little sign to represent that. So either, like I said, either a cat, or if I can think of like an item to represent one of the books that I read towards the end of the year here. And hopefully by February 2, I will have a start on my new bookshelf. Which I'm not really counting as anything. So this was a start for 2024. Hopefully finish. And hopefully by the next one, you will see a new start to a bookshelf, because I've already finished 2 books for the year. So yay. Okay. And I think aside from my new start, oh, nope, I had this one, and I had this. So for my birthday, I started, my birthday was in December, and so for that I started Stormy Serenade by Annie Stagg. So I started this one. She is a beast. She might be my biggest whip. She is, what is she? She is 675 by 855. And so far she has 460 stitches, all in black. So, it's 939 and 310. So that's where I got. Not as far as I would have liked, but that's okay. She will also be staying out till a page finish, as she is one of my 25 in 25. Right. And then I had another new start, which is the Heaven and Earth Stitch Along, and I am doing the Nature is King by Carol Cavaleris. So I'm doing that one. And I dyed my fabric for this because it's going to be a lot of really light colors and white. So I did just a really light blue fabric, and that's where I got to. It's only, I don't know, is it even 100? Okay, it's 216 stitches. I actually just started this yesterday, so I'm a little behind. I'm doing this 2/110. This started out as 28 count, but after dyeing it, the holes shrunk a lot, so it's definitely a lot smaller. All right, and that will also be staying out, obviously, for the year. Now, for the rest of the things that were started that either weren't shown in here or weren't finished, I'm just going to grab based on what's here. This, I believe I started in November. I can't remember. I think I showed it. This is Arabic Princess by Genovia Art. And she is stunning. I'm very sad she won't be worked on for a while, but she started anyway, so that's where I'm at. Yeah, like that. So just a little corner start. This is on 28 count. And 2/1. That's how I do most of my heads. All right, this one yeah, I do right here. I was like, I don't think I do. This is from the Animal Friends Cross Stitch Favorites. Oh, this book has seen better days. I think this came out in like 2020 or something, so yeah. And I've got 3 patterns going out of it so far. And I want to say I've done a pattern out of this already, so it's been well loved. This is designed by Jenny Barton. I do not remember what month any of these were, so sorry. So we got this guy, and that's where I got to. This is just on a 18, maybe 16 count green Aida that I dyed myself. There we go. It's got a little nose. This one is unfortunately going into the, I'm not working on it this year, or not, at least not at first. Okay. I had a lot of big cat designs, and I'm very excited about that. This is a Bengal Tiger by Mary Ellen Yannick. This one is actually one of my 25 for 25, so yay. I'm actually really excited about this one. I have a really cute picture. It's this girl, and she's like wearing, she looks like she's like on a safari or something, and then she's got like a tiger sitting under her, and it's super cute. And so I want like some big cats for my living room wall to go with her. So I'll be very excited when I'm able to focus on this one. This is on, I think, just a 16 count green Aida I dyed. Might be an 18 count, hard to tell. So that's where I'm at on this one. So you will be seeing this one this year, and I'm very excited about that. If you want to see everything I'm working on this year, go to my last video. I am not going to be showing everything in this one. This is just stuff that I, worked on the last month or started with last year. Because I had a lot of whips started last year. All right, aside from my 30 for 30. So you guys might remember these ones. I had hoped to finish one of them last year. But then the designer went on and said that unfortunately she was closing her Etsy shop. So then I didn't really have to focus on these. So I was doing these as, what do you call them? Like test stitches. But since she closed, now they're just in the whips. So this is in Darna. And the designer was Winkin' Blinkin' Odd. And this is on a blue, I think it's 16 count. So this is where she got to. Obviously I didn't prioritize her anymore after they closed, which is unfortunate. I am hoping that she'll maybe get spun at some point. I would really love to work on her. I'm a little sad too, because I'm going to be rereading Fourth Wing this month, so it would have been fun. Alas, I'm going to follow my own rules. And then this is Minnie Tarn, also by Winkin' Blinkin' Odd. And that's where I got to on that one. So, I mean, I got decent progress on both of them. I'm definitely not. So, Andarna is at 40.60%, and Minnie Tarn is at 1.35. So I got to on those. All right. right, and this is my Lovebirds. So I actually had for my 30 for 30, I could pick any of these, and I had originally thought maybe this one or this one, but I let my husband pick and he picked this one. So that's the one I started. And this is by Cross My Heart. And it is on Luna Moth by Bestitch Me. And this one is actually also going to be coming out for this year. I don't think I plan on finishing it, but you know, hopefully maybe a bird will show up. So that's where I got to in there. I already have some plans to be working on that this month, this month. All right. Okay. Then I have my Leap Year Start, which is Mini Boho Seaside by Amy Stewart. It's this one here. I'm very curious how this is going to look as a mini. I bought this before I knew too much about Hades. If I were to buy it now, I'd probably buy it in the full size. But here we are, and I'm just gonna roll with it. So I was supposed to hit like 17,000-ish stitches this year. I did not, so we're gonna try to hit 50%. My goal is to be done with this by the next leap year, so we'll see how that goes. So obviously this one is still staying out, and I really need to figure out a monthly goal or something for this so that I can get caught up. And this one is at 4.87%. Is this? Yes, okay. I think I have this on Pattern Keeper. Maybe I don't. I don't. I thought I did. This is Astronaut and T-Rex. I may not have I do not have a good cover photo for this. I'm just gonna hold this back here. That's what it's gonna look like. And that's where I got to. So not a bad start. This is, again, on one of my printed Adas that I have. These are really fun for, like, space projects. I also have a Furby that was done on one of them, too, and they're just really fun. They're really stiff, though, so, like, they're not super fun to stitch on, but they look cool when they're done. I forgot to grab a picture of that again. Nice. And then if you don't like nudity, please look away. This is my Infinity. This, I think I couldn't find the pattern during my last one, so I did find it. And I think it's just on a, I'm not sure if it's I think it's 16 count. That's all I have. But this is one of my 25 for 25, so hopefully. It's really small. I think it's, does it have how many stitches it is? Yeah, it's 108 by 70, so. One of these months I'll probably just focus and try and finish it. That way I can spin for something better. Don't get me wrong, I love that, and I'm probably gonna hang that in my bedroom, but it wasn't when I was like, oh yay, I'm get to work on that. This was also a start. Was this a start in November or early December? I think it was early December. Is Nikki Patterns. It's the Grogu. I think they call it Baby Yoda, but you know, it's Grogu. And this is on Mock Turtle by Wonderland Hand Dyed Fabrics. And it is just a very small start. I think it goes like this. This is also in my 25 for 25. So that will get some work. I don't think I have found a prompt for it yet. But again, it's not a huge focus at the moment. Alright. I think this is Beach Rat. Yep. This is Beach Rat by the Artsy Housewives. I started this at StitchCon with my table, and hopefully we'll be finishing at StitchCon. So hopefully finish something in February, March, and then I will probably end up just pulling this out so that it can get worked on, and then probably leave like 100 stitches or something for finishing at StitchCon. So if you didn't know, I will be going back to StitchCon. I'll be going to Weekend A. This is on a fabric I got at StitchCon. I don't know what it's called though. I don't think I have the stuff. It's just a really pretty like navy blue, and yeah, I think that's how it goes. That's where I'm at. And this I am doing a slight conversion. I don't think they had the color, like the floss, so I'm using M&M's sap for the leaves. So I'm using that. I forget what this called for, but like I said, I don't think they had it. And I'm doing it without the text. I didn't want to add the beach rat, so I'm just doing the bird and the leaves. And as you can see, I did a very different fabric choice as well. I felt I liked the blue better, so. Oops. I forgot to put the pattern back in there. So you will be seeing this one at some point this year, so that I can hopefully finish it for StitchCon. Alrighty. Okay, this is my Pirate Queen by Mirabilia, right? What is her name? The Red Lady Pirate. I was so excited to draw her, and I'm so sad I don't get to work on her right away. I absolutely love her. And I was seriously debating if I should just pull her out and have her be one of them, but I decided that I didn't want to do it that way. I think this is her skin, and then going into her dress. So that's where I got to on that. She is on Winter Mix by Bestitch Me. She did not get a big start, unfortunately. Very sad. I can't wait till I can work on her. it's like a mystery. I don't actually know. I haven't memorized what's in these bags yet because they were only pulled out for like a month. So it's kind of fun opening these. It's like, what's in here? This is my Riolis, Good Souls Moon. I freaking love this. And this is another one I'm super sad I didn't get pulled because I seriously debated just leaving this out all year, but I didn't. So that's where I got to. And this is on a, I think it's wool. Or it's like a wool floss. I believe that theirs is the wool, which is different. I've never, yeah, it's like a wool acrylic. I have never stitched with this before. From my understanding, a lot of people don't like it. So far what I've stitched, I don't mind. But yeah, I'm kind of sad. I really, really like this one. It's so stinking cute. I'm probably gonna say that about a lot of my stuff though. Like realistically. All right. This is another favorite from my pulls. I was super excited to get this. This is the Maiden and the Unicorn. I got this pattern from a stash unload group a while back and have just been dying to start it. So I was super excited to actually have it started. I am just up in the corner. Yeah, that's all I got done. Probably 18. Yeah, probably an 18 count, maybe 16. Not having them like together, I don't really. Sometimes I have a hard time telling. Well, I would love to work on that. I'm not excited about that border, so I'll be honest, I'm not too bummed. Okay, let's see if I can pull this one up. This is Moana by Abby Sue Designs. And this is just on a light blue Aida that I dyed. And that's where I got to. She didn't get a ton of stitching. And, oh. I had really hoped to keep up with this particular project a lot better than I did. This is Plants and Petrichor by Fine Frog. I know I'm pretty sure it's done. So, that's like the last upload I have. Because that's where I'm at. It's really depressing. You can barely see. This fabric is the Witch's Garden Craft. Do I have the tag in here? I don't. But this is the called for. And that's where I got to. I really enjoy the design. It's super cute. I just didn't keep up. Other shinier things came along. Actually, Astrology Cat. I think by the time I was like working on that, I had to really focus on Astrology Cat to get him done. So unfortunately, he just got kind of pushed aside. This is the Snow Queen by Mirabilia. This is another one I was super stoked to get to start. I have had my eye on her for years, and I actually saw her finished up at my state fair this year, and oh my god, she was so gorgeous. So I'm very excited to get started on her. I think I bought this fabric last year at StitchCon, so you know, she's been waiting. This is Atomic Ranch Fabrics. I don't see a Oh, Oxygen by Atomic Ranch, and 18 Count Ada. She didn't get a huge start, but that's alright. I'm just happy she started. Okay, this is... Oh, this... I'm playing this fun little game of, what are these black stitches for? Which hate is that? But this is the... Especially because this one doesn't have a bag yet. I need to go make bags. This belongs to this. And this is Mini Spread Your Wings by Roser Portela. I'm fairly certain that that's what that is. Yes, that is what that is. What a fun little game. All right, this is the Witchy Stitcher, a Stitcher Haunts here. Do I have the... I don't. This is not the colorway I'm doing. There is a, I think it's purple and black colorway that I am going to be doing. I think that's the only picture I have though. And that's where I'm at. And this is on Atomic Ranch Sleepy Hollow 16 count. And that was also a 30 for 30. This should be... Yes, this is the Wild Hunt. This is one I was super excited to pull. I forget who the designer is. It's a Heaven and Earth. I'm doing the mini version. Sandra Santera. And I am doing a center start because I didn't want to work on all that border right away. So I actually decided to start with him. So that's where I got to. I think this one I actually got a decent amount done. Yeah, I put in 1,000 stitches to bring it to 1.34%. I was very much enjoying this one. It was also kind of fun to do a center start because most of my Hades are corner starts, but I really didn't want to start with that antler border. It's funny, I was looking through these and I know what probably 99% of my Hades are, or projects are, just by like looking at them. And this one I was at a loss, and my husband was laughing at me because I could not place what this pattern was. Thankfully, I figured it out relatively quickly. And it is Little Pumpkin Witch. And it is by Art Mishka Cross Stitch. And my husband actually picked this one out for me. I think I got this fabric at StitchCon, and I don't know who it's by. But I was having trouble deciding, so I just showed my husband the magazine and told him to pick one. And of course he picked like one of the biggest ones, but that's okay. So this is Little Pumpkin Witch. And I am keeping it in this cute little bag from Marjorie Made that she gave me at StitchCon. Super cute. All right, I think we're getting there. Slowly. This is another Hade because I have no self-control. This is Quick Stitch Museum Shelf Dinosaurs by Amy Stewart. Quick spoiler, this is not a quick stitch. Some quick stitches are quick stitches. Hamie Stewart's quick stitches are not quick stitches. Oops. I accidentally exited out. So, because it's 450 by 254. So that's where I got to. Just a little corner start. I started this. I know I started this one in August to celebrate my son's birthday, because my son absolutely loves and is obsessed with dinosaurs. He is 4 and he knows a lot of really big names. We got him some dinosaurs for Christmas from Santa, and he opens up the package and he's like, "It's a Quetzalcoatlus," and we're just like, you can't say potato. He calls potatoes tomatoes, but you can say Quetzalcoatlus? Okay. Sitting there peeling potatoes for Christmas, and he's just like, "Tomato?" And we're like, "No, it's potato." He's like, "Tomato." "Potato." "Tomato?" Like, okay. It was adorable, but how do you go from Quetzalcoatlus to you can't say potato? This is Jurassic Park by Country Magic Stitch. I think, actually I have I was like, which one am I doing? I have 2 of them. I have a Jurassic Park, and then I have Isla Nublar. So I'm doing this one, the Raptor. And that's where I got to. If he's still into dinosaurs by the time I finish some of these, I'm hoping to maybe put them in his room or something. If I finish one of my projects for the year, I would like to put it in my dinosaur themed hallway. Let's see here. I don't think this one's in Pattern Keeper. I am in Fandom Stitching, and I needed a pattern to go with a prompt. Oh, come on. So I bought this pattern. Oh, I don't have I will try to put a picture up here. This is Soda Stitch Ice Cream Cats. And I'm just doing this on a pink fabric that I dyed specifically for this. And that's where I got to. It's so cute. This is another one I'm kind of sad I don't get to work on, because, not gonna lie, this would look super cute in my kitchen. And cats and ice cream, yes, please. What is this one? Oh, okay. This is also from this magazine, and it is this elephant here. This was a recent 30 for 30 start by Carol Thornton. I believe I need to make copies of this, because this book, it's seen better days. Because of all the colors, I decided to just do this on a white 18 count Aida. And I was actually surprisingly missing a bunch of colors, so I didn't get very much done. I've been working on having just like a full set of DMCs, and occasionally I still find colors I'm missing. Okay. Oh, okay, this is I think I have the book here. Yep. This is from this one here, which is another Cross My Heart. And I am doing this leopard here. And because I thought it looked really cool on black, that is what I'm doing. I think it goes this way, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get a ton done. And I think this is, yeah, it's 18 count black Aida. So should have a pretty decent coverage when done. And I think, and I'm just gonna put this in here. I don't think this one is done yet. And I also don't think I have the most recent for it. No, I don't. I'm very behind on this. This is the Arctic Animals by the Frosted Pumpkin. I think for some reason, even though it's still going, I did not add it to my 2020 for 25. So yeah, but that's where I'm at. I fell off the wagon very quick on this. Super cute. I absolutely adore the Frosted Pumpkin patterns, but I struggle to keep up on them. This is on Bestitch Me. Bestitch Me. All right. Dang cat. And this is a Nora Corbett Evening Primrose. And I got a decent-ish start on her. I am mildly annoyed. I don't have the picture for this one. One sec. All right, I will try and insert a picture here because I don't know where my folder is that has the start. I just call it Purple Mountains, and it's by like DMC something or other. I have finished one of theirs, so I'm starting this one. Not a big start. This is again was a 30 for 30. I think this is Wildcats. This one I also did a center start. Yeah, here it is. Have to find the center. This was another 30 for 30. This is Big Cats by Jerry LaFaro. And this is actually a freebie that Heaven and Earth did a while back. So I'm doing a center, and that ended up being about the lion's mane. I really didn't want to start up and all that greenery, so. So that's where I got to. Which I think it's not a huge amount because it's a very big pattern. It's 343 stitches, so 0.08%. And again, this is on just 28 count. Easy guide fabric. Oh, we are almost there. I do not have a picture for this one. I don't think, no. Unfortunately, the designer also doesn't sell this anymore, so I don't have a picture. But it's gonna say something like, my house looks like this because I was making this, or, you know, one of those. And this is on a 14 count printed Aida that I got from, I think, Michael's. Right, this was a this one will also be getting worked on. This is Flying Dragon by Ann Stokes. This is my New Year, New Start. And this one is also in my 25 for 25, so. I think it goes like this. It's on a green Aida. I dyed myself. And that's where I'm at. So this will be getting worked on. I did a Ann Stokes one a couple years back, actually, that I finished and gifted to my friend. This is Tree of Life. This is also one of my 25 for 25. I was excited about this one because it's not super huge, so it should be, you know, easy to finish. Some Mill Hill buttons and beads. I don't think I'm going to be putting the button on there though. It's not my favorite. Okay, and then this is another one. I don't have a cover photo. I went and I looked on the designer's page at the exact one that I bought, and this isn't on it. So I'm kind of confused as to what happened and why it's not there anymore. But this is what I've got so far. It's like a little Scandi design with some white foxes. This is also one of my 25 for 25, and I'm hoping, depending on how my ladies go and the aquarium, I would like to work on this month because it is a very wintry design. Right, unfortunately, let's see here. I can probably pull something up. Because I keep forgetting my picture in my other room because I took pictures of this. Or I made copies of the pattern, so I wouldn't mark up the original. I'm sure many of you have seen this. But it is the Bella Filipina Cleopatra. And I am doing this on AB Stitch Me Bronze Age in 18 count. And that's where I got to. I didn't get a big start, but decent. Okay. And then what I think is the last one that I started for my 30 for 30 is Minnesota. If you don't know, I am from Minnesota, born and raised. I do not have a picture of this, so. And I love my state, so I'm going to stitch my state. So that's what I've got so far. So I believe that is everything that I started for my 30 for 30 and just miscellaneous starts. Okay, an hour and 5 minutes, that's not too bad. So I am going to end it here, and I will see you in February, hopefully with some finishes. And if I do finish anything, I will wait to spin for new projects when I go to make that video, so that I can show you what I will be working on if anything else gets, you know, added. And also that'll make sure that I kind of push on some of the other projects that maybe I haven't touched yet in the 25 for 25. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again on future videos. And I hope that you all have a great month, and I will see you in February. Bye.